Let's see what it does. So this bike is all for the DGR and I need to keep working on it. And after consulting my good friend Shirley from Shirley Shed, I decided to remove these parts from the frame. They were serving no purpose, so I had to get rid of them. Now this bike of course is going to be sold for charity. The highest bidder will get the bike. Not really sure yet how I'm going to do it, but we'll see. Still a lot of work to do, a lot of fabrication as well. So remove these parts and then grinded everything down, looking a bit better. And I'm really happy with the result actually. It looks a lot better, flows more with the bike. Yeah, it just needed a bit of grinding to get it all looking nice and nippy. And the next part I'm going to focus on is the rack on the back of the bike. We need to put some mounting points on this thing. Okay, so the rack is the welding I need to do now. I want to make a couple of mounting points over here, and I guess somewhere over here. Maybe also to close this hole, so no crap is going to come in there. Mount that something here and here, so I can get a rack onto this somehow. I haven't really figured it out. But I need to get this thing to the powder coaters because it's going to take a while for it to come back. So I need to do this first. Just get a couple of tabs here and one there. Kind of clean this thing up as best I can. And yeah, get it out of there. I also need to think about the license plate. But I think I'll figure that out later. So I was kind of fiddling around. I think I've got it. I think I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to take off the bottom part and then just weld this into place. So I've got a big strong mounting point, and then use this side for a hole or something. And yeah, that should give me quite a lot of stuff to hold onto. I bought this tool a long time ago and never really used it, and I didn't really know how to use it yet, but it was a good moment to give it a try. I made the mounting points on the bike and yeah, just have a go at this thing. I was really eager to use it, but it's pretty difficult just to try it once and get it mounted somewhere proper in a shed was pretty hard, but as you can see, it bends the pipe perfectly. So the tool itself is pretty good actually. Well, it's bent. So it got a bend in it. It's actually pretty good. It's along, I guess, with the angle of the bike, or maybe with the exhaust. Maybe that's a good idea. So I kept going, trying this new tool out, and it's a really good tool, but to get all those bends correctly, it's actually a lot harder than it looks. Also, my place where I put it in my shed was absolutely a wrong place. I need to change that. But anyway, I kept trying, fiddling around. Took me forever to do this. And yeah, it's a bit of a trial and error really, but I didn't have that much material to work with, so I just went back and forth to the bike, trying again, fiddling around with it. But in the end, I think I kind of got it. I'm not really sure yet, but let's continue working on it. All right, this took me a very long time. I was actually gonna stop doing this. I didn't like it, but then I thought how to mount it was that hole over there. I actually welded in a nut in the hole. I was already wanting to close that hole and came up with this idea. So I made this loop here and a bracket down here where this foot pack used to be. It's mounted over here, it's mounted over there, so you can actually take it off. The only thing I kind of forgot about is that you need to have a rack here as well, or some sort of a piece of steel, I guess, to hang your bag onto. So I still need to weld that in, but I haven't got any time anymore. So that's gonna be the next thing, I think, to weld in another bracket over here, and then I can take it off and weld it proper. I need to grind off quite a lot of extra stuff. So like this, it was pretty hard to mount it because I really didn't know what to do, but I think this is what it's gonna be. It's not too heavy, so it's just for a bag, not for a suitcase or anything. I kind of deflected it away from the exhaust. I might do the other side as well, I'm not really sure. I think it's cool to do something different here. Haven't decided yet, but at least what I did was make brackets here and on the other side so I can put stuff on it. And it's removable, so I can actually take this off if you don't need it. But I wanted to put something on the bike that you can bring an extra bag with you on a trip. All right, so I've been bending this piece and I finally think I'm gonna fix it in this place. And that should be a place to tie your bag to, and it sits up against this. Yeah, I think that's the best way. It's kind of away from this thing, and it's not coming too far forward because you need to sit here as well. So this is the line I'm going for. So now we've got this here as well, so you can hang your bag on this with straps or something, have it lean against this. Yeah, I think that is gonna work, and I can remove this. That's what I really wanted. So I'm just gonna mark out what I'm gonna remove and then take it off the bike, I think. Yeah. Now obviously the welds need cleaning up, but I've got 3 points where it's attached. So over here on this fixed mounting point I put here on the back, there's a mounting point which we made here inside that ugly hole we had with a nut inside it which I welded in. Now I've got a good strong mounting point for an addition, and I welded on this piece which goes down here to where the exhaust sits and where the back footrest used to be, and it's a good strong position. So I've got 3 pretty strong points to support the bike. Now this is only intended for a bag or something, maybe it's a sleeping bag kind of thing. It will need some sort of heat protection of course from the exhaust, but I think it's gonna work. It's detachable, so that's nice. Here I think I'm gonna fiddle around with this thing, see if we can fit that there. Otherwise maybe I'm just gonna keep it bare. There's obviously this mounting point is there as well. I've got a nut welded in here also, and I've already got a bracket here to put stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll fix something later on this. I was thinking about doing a fuel can here on this side, but of course you've got the exhaust here, so that's a bit tricky, to say the least. I need to get this off for the powder coaters. It's going to go today. There was a fair comment that you can actually not remove this thing because I welded it to this back plate. So if you want to get rid of it, I either have to make this plate again or make this removable. But for now, I'm just going to send out the entire thing because I've run out of time, basically. But so it was a correct remark by a viewer on, I think it was on YouTube actually, I can't remember, but he's correct. But again, it is fixable. I could just undo this again, this weld, and like put a bolt there or something. Maybe I should do that. Just have a think about it while I do this. With a bit of a wiggle and a jiggle. There you go. So that's the piece. Alright, I'm just going to clean this welds up a bit more and then this can go. Alright, so these are the parts I'm going to get powder coated. So the back frame, the two side crash bars, my DIY bracket for a bag, which actually came out pretty nice. And I'm going to take this as a reference for paint, and I'm going to have this one done as well, same as that. Oh yeah, and my lengthened side stand as well. So either this is all going to go into that color or get everything black, basically. So let's take this away.